I made $30,000 in 30 days from the comfort of my own bedroom, and today I'm going to share exactly how you can do it too, even if you're starting from zero. And it all starts by picking the right business model. And the model I'd recommend you to start off with is an online service-based business, where you provide a service to clients in exchange for money every single month. For example, you can sell video editing service and provide content growth services. You can run ads on Facebook and Google to generate more revenue for online or local businesses. You can sell lead generation services to local businesses or B2B businesses, or you can even sell automations, optimize different processes within someone's business. Now, compared to other models like Amazon FBA, drop shipping, or even Forex trading, it's really easy to start because you don't really need any upfront cash. You're not going to be risking much, and you can even get your first high-ticket paying client in just a matter of 30 days. And the best thing about it is that you get paid by your clients on a retainer basis, meaning over time, as you sign more clients, you will start to grow your monthly income that is going to be consistent. Another thing I can mention is the high profit margins that you get with this specific business model. Usually with service-based businesses, you typically see 60-70% profit margins. Sometimes you can even take home up to 90% in pure profit, meaning if a client pays you like $2,500 a month, you can take most of it home. And all you need to make $30,000 in 30 days, just like I did, 4 new high-ticket clients that pay you $2,500 every single month, and you gotta retain them for the next 3 months. But to actually sign clients and get them to pay you up towards of $2,500 every single month, you need to make sure that you pick the right niche to go into. And what a niche is basically different industries consisted of different groups of people that are going to be buying your services. Now, when it comes to picking the industry you're going to provide your services to, you really need to make sure that you pick the right one, because if you get it wrong, you'll end up not being able to sign any new clients for your business, or you're gonna end up working with people that you don't actually like working with. So in order to pick the niche, make sure to follow this process that I'm about to share, that I've used countless of times to always be able to pick the right niche. So the first thing that you need to do is grab a journal, sit down and write out what industries you have the most interest in. For example, if you enjoy fashion, you can work with e-commerce clothing brands or just clothing brands in general. Or maybe you previously worked in an industry, or you're currently working in that industry where you have equipped a lot of knowledge. And now with that knowledge, you can use it to start your own service-based business in that particular industry. The reason why we do this as the first step is because you want to pick a niche that you actually have passion in, and that you are actually going to be interested in working with for the next couple of years. For me, when I started my marketing agency 3 years ago, I've went into the e-commerce niche. The reason for that is because I've started multiple e-com brands before, clothing brands, drop shipping brands. So I was just simply invested into learning as much as possible about the e-commerce industry because I already had a pre-existing interest. Now, if you sat down and you're about to write different industries that you can go into, you can use ChatGPT to basically list out a bunch of different industries so you can start generating ideas. So ChatGPT would just give you a bunch of different industries that you can go into, and out of those, pick the 3 top industries that you'd be most interested in. And once you pick those 3 industries, you can use ChatGPT to answer the following questions about the industry. Do they sell high-ticket products or services? Is it a growing market, and is there demand for that industry's product or service? How large is the total addressable market? And if they're not doing so yet, are there opportunities for them to grow their online side of the business? Now, if a niche has a high-ticket product or service that they sell to their clients, is in a growing market, and there's actually demand for what they sell, and the total addressable market is above 100,000, and if you think there's opportunities for them to grow their online side of the business, then that is a good niche to go for. The reason for that is because A, they will probably have a lot of money that they can invest into external services. B, if it's a growing market and there's actually demand for their products or services, it would just be way easier for you to make them more money. And if the total addressable market is large enough, above 100,000, then it will be easy for you to find prospects to reach out to. The next thing you want to do is get an idea of the competitive landscape of that industry. And the reason why we do this is to find out what type of offers and services your future competitors are currently offering to your target market. Because at the end of the day, you are going to be competing with these people no matter what. So it's a good idea to be prepared beforehand, and maybe you can even craft even better offers and provide even better services than your competitors when you go ahead and enter that market. So to do that, you can go into the Facebook ads library, click on the search bar, and then type in your niche and then the word agency after that. For example, home improvement agency or home improvement marketing agency, to see what type of service providers are running ads and what type of offers and messages they're using to communicate to your target market. Now, not only are we getting an idea of what type of offers and services are being thrown around in your market, one other reason why we do this is to understand if the offers that are being used are too competitive or if we can still enter them. Because if the offer is too competitive and too crazy, then when you enter the market as a new player, player, it's going to be hard for you to compete with an already existing business. For example, these days the e-commerce niche is just known for its crazy offers. I literally remember going through the ads library looking at other e-commerce agencies, and I saw an agency that was literally offering double an e-com brand's revenue in 30 days, and if not, they will transfer them $10,000 for wasting their time. So maybe keep that in mind, because the crazier the offer is, the harder it is going to be for you to compete. So you want to be able to find a niche where the offers are just not too crazy. And if you find that the industry or niche that you're planning to go into is not too crazy with offers, then keep that in mind, because that niche might be the one for you. Like I literally had one of my clients at Amplify thinking of going into the auto detailing niche because everyone was telling him to go after that. But once he followed my process of picking the right niche, he realized that his passion and interest lies in the clothing brand e-com niche. And this is why picking the right niche is super important, because let's say that client went into the auto detailing industry where he doesn't have any interest or passion in. He would have not worked as hard and been dedicated to making it work compared to if he went into the clothing brand niche. So picking the right niche can save you a lot of wasted time and effort. But now that you hopefully have a niche in mind, we need to be able to actually understand what the market needs and how we can present a solution to their existing problems. Now, since it's a service-based business, you'll need to figure out exactly what type of service you're going to provide for your niche. And if you don't have any skills, don't worry, because I'll show you how you can provide literally any service to your clients later on. So the first thing you need to do to pick a service is figure out the problems and the goals a particular client may have in a specific niche. In order to be able to do this, take the niche that you went after and start doing market research. And there are two ways in which you can do market research. The first way to do research is through primary research, and this is where you directly interview the people you want to sell your services to and try to find out some information about their experiences and their business. Now, the way you can do this is by going on Facebook groups or LinkedIn and then reaching out to the people in that specific niche and just simply try to start a conversation with them. And once you're conversating and you're actually building a relationship with them, ask them for a 30-minute interview in exchange for money, gift cards, a coffee, or whatever it is you want to give to them. Some people will be nice enough to do the interview for free. And then you can also do some secondary research, which is basically just researching stuff on Reddit, Quora, YouTube, Google, and try to find answers that we are looking for, which is, what is the business currently doing to achieve their dream outcome? How is that mechanism working out for them? What are the problems that come along with using that specific mechanism? And what do the business owners want and not want to do when it comes to achieving their dream outcome? Now, if you do your research right, you'll be able to find unique angles and unique problems that you can build your service from. For example, let's say a home improvement business already runs Facebook ads, so there's no point in us offering them Facebook ads. But let's say within them running Facebook ads, they suffer from poor lead quality and low lead to appointment conversion rate. So what you can do is offer them a service that literally bridges the gap between where they are now with poor quality leads and low conversion rates from lead to appointment to their dream outcome, which is better quality leads and more appointments through Facebook ads. Maybe you can offer unique strategies within Facebook, better methods of running ads, better software implementations, or simply redoing their entire sales process. Essentially, you want to find what are they currently doing in point A, where do they want to get to in point B, and how you can bridge the gap between the two. Because the more of a unique problem that you solve, the more unique your service and solution is going to be. And the more unique that is, the more people you're going to attract to your offer. So when building out your service, I want you to also keep this thing in mind. When you come up with a service, you need to make sure that it saves the business time, energy, and money, or it increases the time available they have, their energy, or their money. And if you're able to build a solid bridge for them to cross on, then you're going to make yourself a lot of money. But now that you landed on a niche and you picked a service that you're going to provide for your clients to make $30,000 in the next 30 days, let's actually see how we're going to close our first ever client. Now, getting clients with this business model can be broken down into 4 different steps. Number 1, outreach to potential clients. Number 2, book sales calls with potential clients. Number 3, close clients on the sales calls that you booked. And number 4, deliver your services to the clients and retain them for a long period of time, at least 3 months. Now, with this in mind, 99% of people will just start spamming their target market and hoping for the best, just like this guy here. And obviously, people are just not going to reply to you if you send them irrelevant messages and just spam them. So you need to actually be able to understand and create systems. Now, in the most simple way possible, a system is basically what gets you a certain outcome. A system is usually inside a particular environment, which is going to be your market and your niche. With the people you're going to go after, with all your competitors in there, with all the offers in there, this is where your system basically operates in. You then have inputs, which is basically what you input into the system to get certain outcomes. This could be the amount of messages you send, what type of messages you're sending, and what type of offers you're sending to your prospects. Now, processes is the process of sending the message, meaning how are you actually sending the message and converting a prospect into a booked sales appointment. And output is the amount of appointments we're booking in for our business. So you need to start from the top and work your way down to build effective systems. So do your market research, identify your client profile, then come up with relevant messages and offers, and then figure out a process in which you can take those messages and offers and send them to your client profiles. And as an outcome, you will book appointments and you will close new deals. And once you build these systems, it's easy to rinse and repeat them until you generate your first $30,000. Alright, now that you understand what systems are, let's start with step 1, which is outreach. Now, in order to actually get a business owner to jump on a call with you and then explore the idea of paying you for your services, we need to be able to reach out to them with our message and offer via email, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or even LinkedIn. So the way we do this is by getting a lead list of people who we want to offer our services to. We need to find their email, phone number, first and last names. We basically just need to find their contact information. And then once we get that information, we want to reach out to them with our message regarding what we can do for their business. And if they reply and they're interested, then we can go ahead and schedule a sales call to explore the idea of working together even further. And this is essentially what outreach is finding a group of people, crafting a message that we're going to send them, and then actually sending that message through our processes in hopes to start a conversation with them and book them into a sales call. Now, what makes people actually get interested and book a sales appointment with you is how well your message and offer resonated with them. And in order to make outreach work, you basically just need to remember these 3 things. You need to be able to send the right message to the right person at the right time. If you nail 3 of these things when it comes to outreach, you will get that person on a sales appointment with you, almost guaranteed. So you can use this process to craft the perfect message that you can send to your prospects. First, you want to do in-depth market research, which we already covered on earlier in the video, and then you want to create a unique offer to the unique problem that you're providing solutions to. And in order to craft an offer, let me actually just give you a simple framework that you can plug and play. We will solve a unique problem by present your unique mechanism or solution in the next time frame of how long it's going to take to solve that unique problem, and if not, what's your guarantee, right? What happens if you are unable to get a solution or provide a solution to that client? Are you going to send them their money back? Are you going to work for free? What happens? You need to be able to remove risk from the client side. Now, once you got your offer, write up your message, make them short and sweet and direct and straight to the point. Don't waste any time writing long paragraphs because no one's going to read them. Straight to the point, direct, and tell them what's in it for them to even reply back to you. So now that we have our message, we have our client profile, we simply need to take these 2 and put them through our processes. And the way I do this is by sending high volume cold emails. So the way it works is I find a lead list mainly from Apollo to find a list of 10,000 prospects that I'm going to go after. I then buy 50 Google accounts and 50 Outlook accounts that I'm going to be used to send those emails. Then I'm going to use the software called SmartLead in order to actually upload my accounts on there and start building my email campaigns. And then I'll upload my lead list from Apollo into SmartLead and start reaching out to people on autopilot. So usually with me, I aim to send anywhere from 500 to 1,000 emails every single day. And I actually have a method that I developed that will always guarantee you a sales appointment, which is called the Prospect Prism. Now, this method gives us the 3 most important factors that we need to consider when it comes to booking a sales call. The first factor is high volume. We need as much eyeballs as we can get to our offer and service. The more people that see your offer, the more people will book an appointment with you. The more appointments you're getting, the more chances and opportunities you have to close these sales calls. The second factor is resonance. Now, your offer and your message should resonate with the client profile that you're reaching out to. Because if you send them something very irrelevant, something that shows you haven't done any research on them and their market, they will simply brush it off and never ever reply to you. And the last factor is pattern interruption. So most likely, you're not going to be the only agency or business reaching out to the prospect. And over time, prospects just get very numb to all the offers and services that are being pitched to them every single day. And over time, their brain builds a filtering process to basically discard similar looking messages so they don't waste their time on it. So you need to actually be able to interrupt pattern, break through that filtering process in order to get the prospect to see your message and reply to your message. So basically, we need to come off as different and interrupt the pattern. Because when you interrupt patterns, you build curiosity and when a person is curious enough, they are motivated to take the action to satisfy that curiosity. So when building your messages and outreach systems, just always think prospect prism. And once you start booking in some sales calls, you just need to close 4 clients paying you $2,500 every single month and retain them for the next 3 months in order to be able to make your $30,000. And in order to close the client and get them to pay their hard-earned money to you over the call, you can just simply copy my formula right here. So split up your sales process into a 15-minute discovery call where you just get to know the prospect, you get to build rapport and relationship with them, and you get to qualify them for your services. And then the second call, which is a longer format call where you actually do the whole pitch and sell them on your service. On the discovery call, just simply have a conversation with them. I don't really have any sales scripts that I follow. I just follow this structure. First, I want to understand their current situation, meaning how their current business is doing, what they're currently doing, what goals they have, and then what problems do they face trying to reach that goal, what they tried to solve these problems before, and why they can't achieve the goal for themselves and why they need external help. And then on the demo call, if the person is qualified to work with you, schedule a demo call whilst you're on the discovery call with them, and then use the information that you found from the discovery call to build a custom game plan for them. You want to show them how you're going to solve their problems, what journey you're going to take them through whilst working with you, and your unique method of helping them cross that bridge. So now that you actually signed the client, they're paying you, and you're ready to deliver your service to them, how do you actually deliver this service? So if you're still not confident in providing the service that you're selling to the client, you can always hire an external consultant to basically come in, work with you, and help you deliver results to that client. So use some of the money that the client pays you and go ahead and try and find a consultant that can come in and help you get better until you're actually confident in delivering results for yourself. And the way you can find a consultant is basically by going online, going onto different Facebook groups. For example, if you're providing Facebook ad or paid advertising, you can search up paid advertising experts on Facebook, and I'm sure you'll be able to find a lot of different groups. Or you can sign up to Upwork, which is basically a software where they host different freelancers and experts ready to work with you. So now what you can do to get people to reach out to you and work with you is create a Google form application. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, and then ask ChatGPT to create a job post for you. And once you get these two things, you can then go ahead, start placing your job post and your Google form applications into all these groups, into Upwork, to try and find people to come in and help you deliver results for your client. And then look through the applications and try to find the closest match to who you're looking for. And the way I would do it when I first started out is basically just see if they have case studies in the same industry that my client is in and what type of results they were able to get. Once you hire them, you want to work with them together to provide results for your client. You never want to outsource at first. This is a mistake a lot of people do, because you first want to become an expert at your own service before you go ahead and try outsource and train somebody else. And you actually want to truly care about the client and put in the time and effort to actually get them amazing results. So if you actually put in the work, trust me, you will figure it out and it will be easier for you in the long term. Because a common thing a lot of agencies do is that they suck at their service, they're unable to get client results, they keep bringing on new clients, keep trying to outsource their service delivery to someone else because they're just lazy to dedicate the time and effort to actually caring about the client and getting them results. And then in the long run, the business just becomes unsustainable. So if you want a sustainable business, do it yourself at the start, learn how to do it, become an expert, and then only then hire someone and train someone to do it for you. And once you've obtained skills to deliver results for your clients, you'll be able to retain them for many, many months to come. With just 4 new clients paying you $2,500 every single month, if you can keep them coming back for the next 3 months, you have made $30,000 in just 30 days after starting from zero. So yeah, if you are going to do Facebook ads, then make sure to check out my video here where I break down in the most detail possible of my own service delivery to my clients and how I get them results through Facebook ads. And lastly, if you want me to build you a custom roadmap and actually show you how I can guarantee 10 to 15 high ticket clients in the next 150 days, make sure to click the link below this video in the description to schedule a one-to-one call with me.